Welcome to this DCS World Mission Editor tutorial. Today we're going to build a SAM site and go through the various options required to make it work. Okay, we're going to start with ground vehicles. We're going to be in the Air Defense tab if you're not already. And there are a lot of SAM sites in this tab. So I'm going to link a database with all the SAM sites and their rough estimates for ranges. Once you've looked through and you found out which SAM sites you think will help your situation, whether it be a IR SAM or a long-range radar-guided SAM, you can just start building it. And to do that, we need to make sure that all of the units are in a group. For our example, we're going to build an SA-10. So I usually start with either the command unit or the search radar for the first one. So we will pick the Big Bird search radar, plop it down. We're going to set its skill level to good, make sure it's on edit so we don't accidentally set a waypoint and start spinning our units around. We're going to just add a unit. We're going to add the other search radar. We're going to add another unit. We're going to add the track radar. So now we can acquire targets and track them. We're going to add the command unit, which is this C2 here. So here's the core of our SAM. Now we'll go back up. We'll add some launchers in. You can use either the TEL-C or the TEL-D. They're both the same, they just look different. We'll add a couple of those, lay the missiles out however you want. You can put these quite far away. The command post will allow it to communicate, so you could put your launchers up to, I found, about 18 nautical miles away, and they'll still work, which is a real nasty way to sneak them closer to where the enemy are coming from and not realize they're that close. I'm going to go to advanced waypoint actions, and we're going to make our SAMs a little more deadly. So I'm going to go to set option, alarm state red. That means they'll be alert and ready to fire. We're going to add the engage air weapons and make sure they do, so if they get harms fired at them, they will shoot them down. The intercept range, you could lower this if you wanted to make them not fire until the airplane was a lot closer and therefore more likely to actually be killed rather than just wasted missiles. There is another unit you can add to your group that will help the SAM. You go add a unit, unarmed, and we're going to add a supply vehicle so that they can rearm if this is a long-term mission and you don't want to run out of missiles. There we go, we've got our supply vehicle. Make sure that the launcher is inside the resupply range of the armament vehicle. You might need more than one if your launchers are spread out over a greater distance. Same as with other things, if you want to constantly use the same type of SAM with the same country, I suggest making a template. You can do this by coming over to the left hand side, clicking these two little boxes with a template button. Make sure that the SAM is selected as the selected group, which it is. You name the template wherever you want, you click save, and it will always be available for that particular country. Just note that the advanced waypoint actions do not get saved in the template, so you'll have to keep changing those. Finally, ED were very helpful and they've renamed a lot of these units, and you'll find things like the SA2 need this P19 flat-face search radar in order to work. Before, it didn't used to say SA2, 3 and 5, so that's a bit more helpful for knowing which units are required for which SAM setup. If you found this video useful, please like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and check out this video on AAA sites to protect your SAM site.